Hello, POSimulator, Jedi8895 here, back to bring you another Pokemon narrated Wi-Fi battle. This battle here is Swag versus Carnage138, and this is a Dreamworld OU match, and it's a hell of a match, so I really hope you guys enjoy this. So I'll start it right now. So, Swag's going to lead off with his Aerodactyl. Clearly it has a suicide lead to get some rocks up, but however, the Scarfed Landorus actually is faster and hits him with a Focus Blast, so clearly this thing is probably Scarfed, or maybe Landorus is just faster. So he's going to switch into his Cofagrigus here because Cofagrigus is immune to fighting type attacks, and it gives him a free turn to set up as he goes into his Tentacruel, and instead of setting up, he actually goes for the Will-O-Wisp, so it's nice to get some burn damage off on this Tentacruel. Now, however, Tentacruel is going to set up his Toxic Spikes, and while Cofagrigus is going to go for the Calm Mind because he's going to see if he got a little sweeping going here. So he gets the second layer off, and yeah, I mean, you don't really want entry hazards, especially in OU, and this, I don't think Swag has a Rapid Spinner. So Tentacruel here is going to go for that knockoff to get that lefties out of there, and that is pretty important because now he doesn't get any leftovers recovery. However, he is at a pretty high special defense and special attack because he's setting up. Now, however, he got a little greedy here because he is trying to get a little sweep going, but Breloom can outspeed him with a Spore, and he may have to be forced to switch out. So all of that setting up might have just been wasted. So he's going to see if he can wake up here, but however, Breloom's going to go for the sub just to get some protection or maybe go for a Focus Punch. However, he can't Focus Punch here because he's a Grass type, so he's going to get some Leech Seed up to get some recovery going, and he's going to go for another Shadow Ball. Now, he's going to switch out here because he doesn't want he doesn't want Breloom to set up a sub, so he's going to go into Volcarona, and he does carry the Lumberry, so Toxic isn't going to affect him. However, he does fall asleep, so I don't know if he would wanted that or not, but he is going to have a sleeping Volcarona. So now Dragonite comes in, and his multi-scale ability is broken because he there was Stealth Rock set up, so it's pretty important that I guess so, because now he's going to switch into Mamoswine to go for the Ice Shard, so he won't have to deal with the multi-scale ability. So he's going to go for the Ice Shard to break his sub, but really strange play here, I guess, or not really strange, but he goes for the Dragon Tail, which a sub-Dragon Tail set is a pretty smart set. So Superior's going to get dragged out here, and he's going to go for the Hidden Power Ice. I assume it's Ice because it's super effective, and he's not going to be able to set up a sub, so he was not expecting that at all, so he was expecting a switch. So now he gets a crit here on the Leaf Storm, and that did matter. I ran a damage calc, and unless there were some things that I didn't know, or maybe I did it incorrectly, that crit did matter, because Dragonite does quad resist it. So here, he's going to predict a Focus Blast from this Landorus. However, he does make the smart play and goes for the Earth Power to get a lot of damage here. And he's just going to follow out his Cofagrigus, which I guess it could be a decent play. It just is kind of risky here. So he's going to go into his Ballooned Heatran here, and he does not... and this Scarfed Landorus cannot do anything to him because he's floating on the balloon. So he's going to go into Tentacruel as Heatran does set up the sub. And that is pretty important on his part because it gives him a little protection. However, Tentacruel's going to spin away the rocks here so he doesn't get residual damage up. And this is really the only thing he can do left. So he's going to finish him off with another Earth Power to make it a 5-4 game. So it's a pretty intense match at turn 21. So he's going to go into his Scarfed Landorus. He's going to go for the Earth Power since the balloon has been broken. And now Heatran goes for the Torment. So this is kind of like a 4th Jenny set. And since he is choiced, he is going to have to switch out. And he's going to go for the sub. So he gets a free one going. And then he's going to go for another Torment here. So this this Gyarados can't set up on him. So he's going to go for an Earthquake just to break his sub, which does do a lot, and it reveals that he has Life Orb. So Heatran doesn't want to, or Swag I should say, doesn't want to waste a perfectly good sub and goes for the Flamethrower. And he's going to switch out into Aerodactyl, sort of futtering him out, seeing what move he wants to go to. And he's going to go for the Waterfall here and take out Aerodactyl. So now it's tied at 4-4. Life Orb and Burn are doing its toll. So now he's going to go into Superior here, and Gyarados does reveal he has a Ice Fang, I should say. So I guess it's not the standard Gyarados, but it is a pretty cool set. So he's Mamoswine. It's going to come in here, get his priority going, and go for the Ice Shard to take Gyarados out. So now it's tied again. And so here, he's going to make a double switch into Landorus here, predicting maybe like an Ice Shard or something, but Ice Shard is super effective. So he is able to take Heatran out with Earth Power, and that is pretty good for Carnage here. So he's going to make another switch. However, Swag makes a really good prediction, goes for that Life Orbed Earthquake, and that is going to do a ton to that Jirachi. So that was a fantastic play by him, and he makes another fantastic play here and goes for the Ice Shard, and he does get a crit, but I don't know if that mattered. I did not run a calc for that. I did run for a calc for the Dragonite thing, but not for this. So he's going to predict the Jirachi to be outspeeding him, so he's just going to go for the Ice Shard to get some damage, and he is going to die from Life Orb anyway. So good play on his part to get some damage, even though it wasn't really much. So now he's going to go into a Sleeping Volcarona, and I don't know why Carnage did not go for the sub here. That was a big mystery, unless he doesn't carry Focus Punch. But he goes for the sub, actually, but instead he goes for the Leech Seed. I guess he wasn't predicting Swag to wake up, because he breaks his sub, and literally Braylon can't do anything. So he's going to set up Leech Seed, but if I were him, I just would have wanted to kill this thing off right away, go for the Focus Punch. So Braylon is going to die, because he cannot take anything from this Volcarona, and it is good game here, because this Jirachi definitely cannot take any fire attack from Volcarona. So that will be the game. So good game, Swag. That certainly was a nail biter, as the last one, which did have to do with taking out Braylon out in the end. So I guess I just like narrating things where Braylons die. So anyways, please leave a big like for the PO channel, because they really deserve it, because Eternal, IFM, and all the other guys who work on this channel work really hard to do what they do. So thank you guys for watching. You can go ahead and check my channel out if you guys like. I do bring DS battles and PO battles as well. So if you guys like this, please leave a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys later. See you guys.